What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Guys, the brand new rotational WOBL is out, and that's right, I'm doing free-to-play content as usual. Pay to win, we did it already live. It's pretty straightforward, but free-to-play usually where the challenge is, and I wanted to do this for you guys as a guide, not only because it's important for you guys, but also because it'll get you guys codes once I submit this guide to Netmarble. And speaking of codes, guys, if you haven't done so already, go hit that support button. It's super easy to support. All you gotta do is go to this page. It's pinned in every single comment section of every single video. Plus, it's pinned in the descriptions for you guys. All you gotta do is scroll down, hit the support button, get yourself in, and once you're in, I'll send you manually some codes. We have 3 more codes on the way for you guys, so 4 in total right now. 3 coming and 1 already active, and the one that is active is gonna give you 100 keys for dungeons and 1 WOBL ticket. So make sure, guys, it's free, it's easy, it's pinned in every single section again, and it helped me a lot as a content creator. Plus, of course, helps the community grow because I give back to the community every single season by giving you guys monetary things. So first place always gets 200. Second, first to 150 get 150, a chance to, and then any supporter will get a chance at $100 on my Discord. So make sure you guys join that. All right, let's jump in here. Here's the thing. I did stage 9, but I did stage 9 and I did it on the free-to-play account. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew. You guys can see this is actually not the stage I'm talking about, but it is very important, guys, that you know a couple things here when you do this. Number 1, weapons. I'm using the rogue and the key, right? And my team here is comprised of Sun, Kihun, Min, and Igris, and then my shadows are always going to be pretty much this: Bestie, Bestie, Greed, and Serbi, and then I'm using Rock Passa, not the Shadow Monarch, Rock Passa instead. Now, the main thing here for skills is I'm using, let's go for artifacts: Poison set, the Breaker set, the Support set, and then of course the Commish set. And then for skills, we're using Phantom Strike and we're using the kick. So the Shadow Kick, I only have legendary, by the way. I don't even have mythical Shadow Kick. I used it for something else accidentally, and so I only have the legendary version. So even better if you have the mythical, you get this done even faster. But this is the important part, is the blessings, guys. So I have Finisher's Touch, I have Bloodlust, I have Sharp Perception, and I have Dagger Technique. Try to use that, guys. That'll help you guys complete this a lot easier, and try to keep yourself with the shield up. Now, if you can keep full health, which I wasn't able to do, you can of course put on Power Surge, which will help you as well too. But in my opinion, this setup is more than enough to get the job done. Now you guys can see from a power perspective as well, I have 7.335 million power. I am in the blue. Even then, this fight is actually fairly difficult. Okay, so just make sure, guys, you understand that this is not an easy fight. Right here, you guys can see I take Finisher's Touch out, and I replace it with First Strike Barrage, which actually also works really well. So try to use that. Either or works. I did it with both, so you guys can use that. Now I prefer First Strike Barrage, I think, in this fight, because I think overall with the rogue and everything, you just do way more damage. All right, now for rotation, first thing you want to do is when she jumps in, summon Igris instantly. Make sure you do your Phantom Strike and then into your key, which will put you into overload. Summon Min, summon Kihun, and then Min right away. And then right as you're doing that, use your rogue and then spam all of your core attacks. Before you do your kick, core attacks empower the kick. So try to do it 4 or 5 times and then use your kick right after. It should push her to a pretty decent amount and you should be able to get the job done there. Okay, so that's a very important part. You want to get her to the next phase essentially as quick as you can. Now, one thing to note, she's really tanky, and another thing to note is that she hits freaking hard, man. You will die. Your shields will not last. They will not penetrate through everything that she does here. So a couple other things here. You'll see she does move around a lot. Right there, she disappeared. Anything you do, whether it's an ultimate or a move, it will be completely null and void. So avoid that. Let her come back here, and then when you can, freeze her and then continue doing your damage here. See the shadow step there, and then right here when she jumps, don't do anything, because you will completely miss every attack. She's invulnerable. This is complete iframes here, so avoid that right there and just go in for the pure damage attack as you can. Now the next phase is pretty important. Okay, so you want to make sure that the next phase you have enough ammo to break the crystals. And you guys see I have 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, and you want to make sure you push her to the next phase with as little health as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for one more rotation here that we're gonna do, and we're gonna go ahead right here. You guys can see we did it right there. Boom. Okay, overload. Now here you want her to do as many moves as she can. Try to push her below 60%. You guys can see we did the kick, 63%, and she's off. Okay, so right here, she's going to go right in the middle. She becomes invulnerable. Don't worry about her. Focus on these crystals. Now, the main thing here is to use your core attacks to finish those off, okay? I don't want to use my shadow step here because I want to save it for when she's broken. But here you want to make sure you get it going right there, and don't even use your shadow step here. Save your shadows. So right here when you get your overload in, you can use your shadows and do your shadow step, so that way you get the full shadow step effect. Okay, here she's gonna go ahead and shoot a laser. Just avoid it. Again, she does insane amounts of damage, guys, so just be very careful. And remember, my kick is only legendary. Okay, so you guys can do much more damage with a mythical kick. Try to get it. I'm still trying right now. You guys can see 47% at 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. This is going to be a tight race, guys, for a lot of you. Now, she does in this phase like to go across the screen pretty often. So again, save your shadow step. Make sure that you right here dodge, summon Igris, get your stuff in, boom, and then shadow step right there, and then right back to it again. Do not let her move around, because you can see right here. Look right here. If you get caught in that, I'm not gonna call it what I called it before, the jam factory. You don't want to be stuck in there. She will one shot you in that flame. So make sure you're avoiding it, guys. And right here, she's gonna disappear right to the middle, and the next phase commences at 35%. So here you can't do anything to her. Just watch where these land and avoid them. Right here, you guys can see. And when she jumps down, you'll be able to right here. She's gonna drop, boom. Okay, again, do all of your skills to get overload, shadow step, and again, just time it. Okay, you guys can see we're doing pretty decent damage, and she likes to go back there again. Follow her. Do not let her get away, because this will do a lot of missed opportunities of damage. And right here, we're gonna do our ultimate. And it's rinse and repeat, guys. Honestly, the only thing to watch out for here in this phase is roughly about 10%. She'll go to the other side of the screen, which will make you waste a lot of time. And it's kind of a buzzkill, because if you miss one of your skills, you're going to screw up your overload. And it happened to me, I think, in this run or my previous run where I almost finished it. But right here, look, she goes 1, 2, right here, another one. Don't even worry about this. This is not even the problem. It's the next phase that she goes all the way across the screen. She didn't do it this time. But look, we missed. Look at that. 90%, guys. 90%. So I end up having to wait here and manually get this up. I thought for sure I was done for, but I still managed to pull through, and I had to do shadow step there. There it is to get my skill off. And then right here, you're going to see she's going to start disappearing right there. Boom, comes back again. Avoid that, just freeze, just bring in all the damage you can. Kick 13%, and now she's going all the way across the screen. See what I was talking about? So, and she does this roughly about like 15% or so. Excuse my voice, guys. So again, one more time just to get the job done. Here we go. Overload in, and again, rinse and repeat, guys, and you should get it done. Now, I should have probably finished this with roughly about like a minute left with considering what happened just there with me missing my kick or me missing my overload, but that is the first fight, and honestly, this is by far the toughest fight, guys. So if you are struggling with it, try to follow my stuff. Now, in terms of stats, just so you guys are aware, I had 124,000 attack. I have 219% crit. 219% crit damage. 11k crit rate, 46% defense penetration, and 25% defense or damage increase. Okay, so that was the stats for Sun Jinu to get the job done. All right, guys, next fight. All right, folks, we're back here. So the next fight is a pretty straightforward one. I didn't even get blessings for this. I was like, whatever, we'll just get through this quick. Using Gina, not Jung, because I don't have Jung on free to play. I avoided her for the next Buster. That's probably going to be the case. I'm using Reed and Liu. With Liu, just a thing to note as well, too, I'm using the poison set still. I haven't used the Surtur set, and the same setup here. And I believe I changed to Lagai here is the only difference. There it is right there. And then we jump into the actual fight. Now, the main thing here to note is that Gina does freeze pretty often, so you can avoid all this damage. Plus, Christopher Reed has a pretty decent shield, so you can probably just tank most of this stuff here, but at the end of the day, this fight is a pretty easy fight, guys. We're doing just non-stop damage here. Let me just make sure I got this correct. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, okay, let's see what happens here, because I think I reset at one point. This might be the reset here, just because I think I messed up somewhere. But you guys can see here, we bring Liu in, and then of course 99%. You guys can see we're just doing damage, non-stop damage here, and it's honestly, it's a pretty straightforward run. You just pretty much overload, bring Liu in, cast his ultimate, switch out once his burst is over. Now, I should have probably used the Surtur set for the burst, because burst does a ton of damage here. You guys can see I got 5.1 billion there, though. Like, that's crazy amount of damage right there. We pushed him into the next phase just to get Gina in here. Didn't have to freeze him here. Honestly, I think that wasted more time than it needed to. But right there, he's going into the next phase, which is going to be a grotesque version of him, and he's going to go ahead and summon fireballs at you. If you guys remember Vulcan, this was the pinnacle of solo leveling back in the day. Go behind the rock. I'll never forget this fight. It's just muscle memory at this point. And then he's going to appear on the left side of the screen. Here, he's going to be invulnerable for a couple iframes. Just don't do any attacks. Like here, you see, I forgot about all this, so I did it a little early. But he's going to start coming at you with like a football player. So just freeze him here as soon as he starts moving. Get Christopher Reed in. Don't even QTE, just get him in. Avoid this damage. Then right here, you guys can see we do the football just for a little bit more damage on our end, and we go in for the overload. And the reason why I did overload here is you get him low enough. Right around this area. Watch, it's gonna happen shortly. He goes into the middle, and you can still do some damage. So just try to get your ultimate up before he goes to the middle. It's gonna happen very shortly. Right here, like he's gonna start jumping up shortly, right after this ultimate. And try to get your burst off. Like here we go. Like watch. So he's doing damage. Avoid those if you can. I'm just standing in them. Here, watch. He's gonna go into the middle. So here you can probably burst. Oh no, actually he didn't go to the middle yet. Here we go. He's probably gonna do it shortly though. Okay, we're going to try to get... Oh, you know what ends up happening, I think here, I end up bringing Christopher Reed back in right there. And I just get him close enough to do overload, but I stop. Okay, so right here, you guys just wait. Get behind a wall. Let him tackle the wall like an idiot. And then go ahead and do your ultimate. Get him into the next phase of overload. And then bring Liu in. And then just kind of just wreck him here at this point, right? So again, very easy fight. My Liu has 94,000 attack. 50% defense penetration, 25% damage increase as free to play, and I think has 10k crit. You don't need much more than that, okay? There you go. Next phase. Again, we're just sitting here waiting for this to happen. Just keep in mind, guys, as soon as the burst comes up and the time runs out, he'll automatically burst because the game makes him do it. So I almost didn't get behind the rock and got killed. So you guys can see here, he did hit me. I luckily was just right on time there. Just be careful of that. The burst does happen. Here, there's no iframes. Just feel free to just jump in with Gina. Do all of your skills. Again, cast your ultimate if you need to. I didn't do it this time. I'm probably going to do it the next one. We go ahead and do overload again very quickly right there. 60%, by the way, overload will work. So just 60% ultimate and overload's rock and rolling right there with the U. And then rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat, guys. It's very straightforward stuff here. And yes, you can avoid doing skill 3. It actually does maximize your damage if you dodge out of it just to cast your ultimate, and then you just spam the first skill and your bow and arrow. And that's it. And that'll do the most amount of damage for this. You guys can see he's about to spin. A minute left, 23%. It's pretty easy stuff here, guys. Make sure you get your burst off. He's about to summon his soldiers, I believe, here shortly. Here we go. 18%. Yeah, this was actually a much easier fight. I found that Vulcan was the most fun WOBL we've ever had. It's just kind of nice to come back in this fight and reminisce. One thing they did take away, of course, is the shield, which was a lot of people's kryptonite for finishing this. But luckily, we don't have to deal with that here. Here you guys go. Back to Infusion and back to the U. Oh, I think we missed him. Oh, there he is. Okay, I was going to say, I think we missed Infusion there for a second. Back to the U here and just finish up the job. I was attacking the soldier accidentally. I don't know how that happened. But I think this ended up hitting both of them anyways. And then we have 3%, 0%. And we're done. There it is. All right, guys. Baran up next. I will be getting blessings for this fight just to finish it because I don't want to deal with, having to do it over and over and over again. It actually was a pretty difficult fight, but with the blessings, it was a joke. So I'll walk you guys through it, and then we'll do the Hunter fight as well, too, after that. You guys can see zero people, 0 essence stones whatsoever. All right, let's get into the next fight. All right, guys, we're back here on the last battle with Baran. That's right. We're going to go dark yet again, of course, because that's all that's available. So Winchester Roke at A5. A6 Transfiguration Key. We're going to use Sun Kihun, Min, the GOAT. That's right, the GOAT support. And we're going to use Igris, of course, for everything. And then for here, for the Shadow Authority, we're going to go ahead and use Bestie. We're going to use Greed. My God, I'm forgetting my names. And then Cerberus. And then here we're going to use Remnant Power for, Rock Passa, okay? So in terms of gear, of course, make sure you have your poison gear on. Everyone else has their regular equipment. And then we have we have Dark Ultimate. We have ourselves the Silent Strike. We have ourselves the Kick. And then for the Kick, make sure, guys, using your core attacks before you perform the Kick. It does do it does much more damage when you do that. And then for Blessing Stones here, you guys can see I'm using first Strike Barrage, which honestly isn't really required. We use the Transcendent Power here. I'm actually going to switch this one out. Probably going to put in Power Surge. I think Power Surge probably would work a little bit better for this one. And then, of course, we have ourselves Bloodlust and, as usual, Sharp Perception. Anything that gives you a shield is going to be added there as well, and then our cores. This is pretty much it. All right, we're 7.358. Remember, when you finish this one time, that's all you need to do, and it's pretty much over. All right, so here's what I like to do with this fight. Infusion in, and then summon my shadows right away. So you guys can see here, we're going to summon Igris. We're going to go ahead and summon shadows. And here we're going to have enough time to now just pretty much beat him up a little bit before he disappears. So make sure, guys, you do as much damage before he goes up. 82% is pretty good. That should be sufficient. And when he comes down here, just do another shadow step, and you can probably freeze him here a little bit real quick, and then just keep doing some more damage before he goes on to the next part right here. You guys can see he's going to come back down. Here, you want to go ahead and do Igris. Get your damage in as soon as you can. And before he disappears, just do an alt. You should see his health is probably below 70% at this point, but you get free hits at this point, right? So just make sure, guys, you do everything you can here to do as much damage as you can to him before he leaves. Because it's just easy damage, like 53% already, 52%, and at 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. Here he's going to just disappear to the next side, so don't follow. Obviously, give yourself some space. You can still do a little bit of damage there if you wanted to, but he goes invulnerable at this point. So just stay around. Make sure you avoid these electrical walls. The main thing to do here is to just have your shadows ready as soon as you go to him here, and do your usual routine. There it is. Okay, and then we can do our usual stuff here, and this should push him honestly to the next phase fairly quickly. Look at that. So this is going to be easy, especially if you can stop him here from going. But you can see we didn't, obviously. That's okay. 3 minutes and 39 seconds for this phase is pretty good. And then right here he's going to go into big boy phase, and again, you get him into the next phase by 3 minutes. Even 2 minutes and 50 seconds are more than enough to finish this. So here go 1, 2, find Esil. There she is, giant ass Esil, who gave us a hard time on the first boss. Okay, here you go. You guys can jump in, and now she's going to avoid this. You come back here. Pretty easy stuff here. So you can, again, get ready for the next phase very shortly. So we're going to go ahead and try to finish this guy super fast. And we're going to just do one more kick. Boom, right there. And you see 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Plenty of time. Though the main thing here is they hit really hard. So just avoid the damage. Like, honestly, that's the best thing you can do in this game, in this fight, is just avoid damage until you can get yourself back up and running. You guys can see here, we're going to go another attack into, and he doesn't move much in this phase, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna go ahead and just take advantage of that. You guys can see we just shadow step right there, and he's gonna move around. This is probably the worst part of it. Like, in terms of movements, this part right here with the daggers is probably the worst part. Now normally he would do the thunderstorms. It's pretty easy to avoid, but here you guys can see he decided he wants to play around and do something else, and that's fine. Like, it takes away a little bit of our focus on. Okay, just make sure you avoid that right there. He's gonna go right back up again. Okay, this time he comes back down. Boom, right there again. And then so here you want to go ahead and do this, and then back to it again, boys. Back to it again, boys. You want to get as much damage as you can in here. Shadow step whenever it's available. Usually you want to have that available for you before doing all this. I just messed up on my timing. So here we're going to go into the next phase very shortly. Just, again, take advantage of the time that you have with the freeze. And right here he's going to go into the stealth phase. He's immune. Don't even bother. 1, 2, into attack. Okay, 1, 2, into attack. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, into attack. Okay, you guys can see how all that works, right? Pretty straightforward stuff. Easy peasy timing. And we're gonna try to push him into the next phase now as quick as we can. Boom, 50%, 40% ultimate. The main thing with the next phase is you're gonna have to time a lot of it, and it is a countdown. So after that, he has just one more phase after that where it's just a countdown. So you just have to be careful with how much damage you pull off, and try to make sure you don't fall into the traps of not doing enough damage. So 1:39, here we go. Next phase, we're gonna get a break off. 1, 2, 3, old man reaction time. 4, okay, here we go. And then we have ourselves the uppercut. Sure, you can. Can't wait to watch the Street Fighter movie. All right, here we go. And we're going into the next phase. Again, I'm going to just shadow step here just to get a little bit of damage in. You don't have to shadow step there at all, guys. Honestly, like, you could have just done without it. I just did it because, hey, why not? We have more than enough time, I think. Here we're going to go ahead and move out of the way. And we're going to do one more shadow step right in here. And we're going to take advantage of the kick. And you guys can see we got a minute left. So we got enough time to complete this. He's going to go into laser focus mode here where he's going to throw thunderstorms at us, and that's fine. This should pretty much be over at this point. I could just do one more, maybe 2 more infusions and get it done. But you guys can see here, overload is up, and we are going to take pure advantage of this. Oh, I missed the kick. So that part you don't want to miss. That's a pretty important part right there. So the kick missing was actually pretty huge on this part. So here, we're going to go ahead and do ultimate. One more infusion will get this done, so we got enough time here to finish it. And the beauty of this, guys, is that you only got to do this one time now. So once you finish it one time, you never have to do this shit ever again. Like, they allow you to sweep going forward, and that is a blessing. Not gonna lie to you guys. Kudos to Netmarble for that one. can't wait to not have to do this every single day. So there you guys go. Completed Baran. Thank you so much for watching. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Actually, hold on. We got hunters to do. Oh, we got hunters. So let me get into the hunters and we'll do that one next. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, hunter mode, no Jung. We're going to use Gina, Christopher Reed, and Liu Zhegang. We're going to use Bestie. We're going to use Agreed and this same squad. The only difference here is we're going to use Ligaya here. And I am not actually going to use the Surtur set. I'm going to continue using the Poison set, which I still think is a little bit better in terms of stats overall for me. And then in terms of like skills, everyone's 10 all the way across the board. And of course, everything is maxed out here. Using a little bit of MP consumption here with a little bit of percentages to give myself an advantage overall. But this should be a fairly easy fight. I find the Hunter stuff to be way easier than Sun Jinu's. As usual, Sun Jinu looks like a bitch. So a couple things to note here. You have to just time your infusions. That's the real main thing here. Like Gina will pause him here for you, which is kind of nice. Not as good as Jung. Don't get it twisted. This girl will do decent buffs for you, but she's not going to be doing the same thing as Jung will do. Jung will do way more for you, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and let him come back down. Ultimate here, and we're going to go jump in with Liu now. So he'll be in infusion mode right away, and you want to take advantage of this as soon as he comes up, and you want to just get out of this rotation. And you guys can see here, we're doing a ton of damage already on him, and it's going to come back up here. Boom. Another one, and you just want to wail at him here, guys, as much as you can, because he has the next phase here, right? And so with this part here, if you can hit him a couple more times and then get your burst off, you're fine, right? And don't worry about the damage. I mean the HP damage is fine, because we have Gina coming up here. So 63%, not bad. So we can probably even push him to like 50%, honestly, at that point. But here, just avoid the walls, the usual stuff. All right, we have one more wall coming our way. There it is. Okay, just take Gina over there, pause, and get Christopher Reed in, and then just go ahead. And this is easy because like all he does here is does his lightning stuff, and if you can just let him stand there and just let you do this insane damage to him, it's such a joke. Watch how much damage we do here. Right, so like already going to be at 30%, I think, after this. This full rotation we have here. Right, and then there you guys go, 30% easily. So we're gonna go ahead and do our full rotation now. We want to do you still want to do infusion one more time, guys, just to push him through. It's not worth saving it for the next one. Like, you'll be fine on the next one as well, but it's just easier to do full rotation here, and just push this guy through. Like you'll get him back in the next one anyways, right? So here you guys go, ultimate, boom. He'll break here. Gina can do her thing. We're gonna save her ult at least, and we're gonna get Christopher Reed up and running here to do his ult, and then just Liu come in here and just dominate again, and we'll push him to the next phase pretty quickly. This won't last very long. Okay, 1, 2 there, and then we're gonna ult, and then we're gonna just spam here. And then if a burst comes up, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we're going to need it personally, but we'll see. There it is. Okay, 253. So we're going to switch back out. We got burst already. Let's just use it while it's here. Oh, that was unexpected. I didn't expect to get hit. I thought the burst was actually going to iframe that, but I think I just timed it a little bit bad. Okay, there we go. All the freezes in the world. Keep them still. Okay, we're going to ult here. Push him into the next phase. He's going to start moving around a little bit more in this phase because of the daggers. It's mostly the main thing to watch out for. Here he goes. So he also does quite a bit of damage here, guys. So just be mindful of this, like, that's not standing still. Because if he stands still the whole time, he will kill you. Like, these guys are hitting hard as hell now, too. He's going to go up in the air now. Just watch out for the dodge here. You can obviously hit him a couple more times. Here he comes again. Burst when it comes through. Boom, 67% already. So let's just see what happens here. We should be good on time. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Summon your shadows. Make him stand still for a couple seconds, and then just go back into the usual rotation, guys. Pretty easy stuff here. Not much required. You can see that part right there, though, sucks because I just missed a move that would have normally given me my infusion, and now I'm forced to kind of stick around with Reed a little bit longer than I want to. It's not fun, honestly. Like, I find that the bosses in this stage specifically, like in this specific area, move way too much, and you're always missing shit because of it. So, okay, here he goes. Next rotation. You use your bow, close in, and then boom. That should have actually connected more. Oh, come on, man. 2, 3, 4. Remember, there's 5 of them, okay? 5. Get Gina in quickly. I hope the burst continues because I think that made me miss my burst a little bit. Yeah, it did. It did. That's such a bitch. Okay, ultimate. And excuse my language, by the way, guys. I know normally you guys are used to Pain After Dark. Technically, it is Pain After Dark right now. It is pretty dark right now where I'm at. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to go back in with Liu. Our ultimate should be available at this point. Overload. Boom, boom, boom. Here he goes with his up in the air stuff. Just hit him a couple times. Ultimate available. Perfect. Go in with the bow and arrow because that closes the area for you. Okay, just keep doing your damage. And right here, we're going to have to do a burst real quick. So make sure you get it in. There it is. Okay, and then one more rotation, guys, and then we're done. Okay, so again, pretty straightforward stuff here, guys. It's not rocket science. It's the same thing we've been doing the entire time. I kind of like this rotational model. It's kind of cool to be fighting Baran and Esil and all these guys again with this brand new, like, insane power they have. Do I think it's going to be difficult all the way across the board? Probably. I think that we're pretty much going to be struggling with every single one of these WOBL bosses going forward, but you guys can see right there, it's completed, and we've now officially finished WOBL, and now we can go back in, and the beauty of this is just sweep it every time, right? So I can go back, now as free-to-play player, this is beautiful, because normally you have to do 20 of them. I no longer have to do that, and yes, I have not got Essence Stones even once in this entire run, guys, so just so you guys are aware. So here you guys go, you guys can see it is completed now, and I'm going to show you guys the sweep option right here. Let's return. And yes, I did get some blessings at the end, by the way, guys, just to make my life a little bit easier. But here, if I go enter, and now you can sweep twice. And let's see. Bro, this is crazy. I've honestly been able to get at least like 2,000 to 2,500 Essence Stones per sweep on the last stuff. Here you guys can't sweep this one, obviously, but we have completed it. You guys can see 9 is done, and hopefully the guide helps some of you free-to-play players out. Pretty straightforward stuff, in my opinion. It was a lot of fun. I like the challenge. It's actually pretty cool. They do need to undertune. They overtuned, what's her name, too much, Esil, but if they just undertune her just a little bit, I think this is a perfect WOBL, and it's been fun doing this again because it's not something that we do very often. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.